How's it going, everybody? Today's Monday, October 12th, and I think it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. And I just wanted to come on and do a another Bitcoin update. Let's see, go to the daily. This is showing the daily Bitcoin chart, and I think the last time I did an update was on the 8th, so it would have been this day here. I think the candle was still red, if I remember right. When I did the update, it was about 10,900 around that price range, right in here somewhere. Um, and Bitcoin had been having problems with the 11,000 level, trying to get over. You can see some spots here where it came up, and it's also the zero point 0.5 fib level, but it had come up and touched it a couple times here and failed to push higher. So it was just right below it the last time I did an update, and you can see clearly that since then it's pushed well above it. We've actually got like 5 really nice green days in a row, so probably due for a red day or two pretty soon. Right now it's up near the 786 fib level. It pushed a little over earlier this morning. It pushed a little over 11,600, and then it's pulled back a little bit. It's been kind of bouncing between like 11,550 and 11,600 for the last few hours. But looking real strong. I mean, it's a pretty impressive run up from the last time I did the update. So not looking too bad there. The big test coming up will be obviously the $12,000 level. Back here we've got this action. This is pretty much all of August through here, and you can see there was several times where it tried to push above 12,000 and just couldn't do it. Right in the middle of August here where it hit the peak, it pushed up above. It actually got up to 12,490. This is the Bitfinex chart. So Bitfinex is showing it got up to 12,490, but it immediately gave it all back the next day. It just dropped back below. And then we had this little downtrend. Then it recovered, tried again, couldn't do it. And then that was right at the beginning of this last green candle here is the last day of August. And then the 1st and 2nd of September is when we got this really big, about a $2,000 drop. And since then, it's been trying to recover. Um, Went kind of sideways to slightly up for most of September, but now that we've gotten into October, it's especially like I said, these last 5 days, it's really pushed higher, um, pretty substantially, looking pretty strong through here. So just have to see if that continues. Um, I think during the last update, a couple of things I was looking for. One was for it to break the 11,000 level, which obviously it did. The other was also for it to, we had this high here, this local high on September 18th, and I was looking for it now to take that out and create a higher high, which you can see it did. So now moving forward, looking for it to get above the 786 fib level, push up to 12,000. I mean, we may get some sideways here for a bit. This is a pretty strong move, so I wouldn't doubt that it maybe consolidates some before continuing higher. But eventually, I'd like to see it get back to 12 and then actually push above and stay above 12,000, obviously. Um, so that's what I'll be watching for now in the next days, weeks coming up. See if it can actually do that. I've also got the weekly chart, which is once again looking pretty bullish. We've still got, and now it's crossed. I was just looking at the MACD here. The last time I did an update, you can see the MACD line crossed below, had a bearish cross below the signal line, but actually now it's just popping back above it, which is a good sign. So when I did the last update, the weekly chart was looking a little more bearish than it is now. This latest weekly candle, you can see, is pushed above last week's high, so that's good. So just have to see kind of where it goes from here, but overall it's looking, on the weekly, looking bullish again. And then monthly, I've got the monthly chart, which is looking bullish. It's getting nice support here from the 7 EMA. Let's see, last month's high was just over 12,000. Actually, that was the 1st of September, right just before it dropped. So it'd be nice to see if we could push and take out that high, even this one from the middle of August. That would be real important. And then we've got this high from back June 2019, where we almost hit 14,000. I think it peaked 13,764. That would be real impressive if we could take out that high. But first I'd worry about these previous 2 months, just getting some highs above those, and then work on this June 2019 high. But if we could kind of just slowly push higher here and take that out, like I said, that'd be real impressive and a real bullish sign. The other than Bitcoin, the rest of the crypto market is pretty green. BNB's having a real strong day. Band isn't doing too bad. There are some that are slightly red, but the majority are looking good. Ethereum's looking really good. Link's been kind of, see, I'm on the monthly. Let me go back to the daily. But the chart had been looking pretty bad. It had been down in this, since it peaked back here, middle of August. It's been kind of in a nasty downtrend, actually losing over 50% in that period. It's bounced. Like here you can see it had a pretty significant bounce, but then started fading again. So it during this period here, it wasn't looking too good either, but it actually it's got a higher low here and actually now a higher high. So that's kind of good. I like that. Have to see if maybe this is the start of another uptrend where we can get back up near the highs, up back near $20. So I'm kind of liking the way that's looking, a lot better than it did like a week or so ago. It was looking pretty weak. Like I said, most of the other altcoins are looking pretty green. Zcoin is up 12.5%, so not looking too bad. A lot of that's going to depend on Bitcoin, though. I mean, Bitcoin still dictates, pretty much dictates the rest of the crypto market. So as long as Bitcoin's doing good, should see some decent price action in the altcoins. I mean, there's been periods where Bitcoin's done really gone on a strong run, and then you can actually see some of the alts uh, fall in price, or kind of hold steady, where they won't move as well. But right now, pretty green day overall for the whole crypto market. Um, Same thing with the stock market. Today was a real green Monday. Good start to the week. All three indexes were up quite a bit. Over actually you've got. I mean, the Nasdaq was the leader, up over 3%. That's pretty strong. That's huge. S&P was up 2%, and the Dow was kind of lagging the three, up still 1% though. That's still a good gain. The S&P and Nasdaq both look like they finished at highs of the day, which is kind of a strong indication. Dow peaked here and then fell a little, so it didn't finish at the high of the day, but still overall a good day for it. See, the heat map is pretty green, especially the tech stocks. Tech's been on a tear. It's been leading the market higher for quite a while, really since the March crash, COVID crash. It's been kind of leading the market higher since then. When the market does poorly, though, it kind of leads it lower too. So, but overall in the stock market, looking good so far this week. Dollar was basically flat today. Didn't really do much of anything. We had this peak back here toward I guess it was the 24th of September, and since then it's been trending down, which basically helps the price of Bitcoin. So it's falling. It's come down into this area here where there should be some decent support. So have to see if it gets some support there and maybe bounces again, or could trend sideways for a while. We'll just have to wait and see. Gold, I believe, was basically flat, down just slightly. Not much, like 0.5%. Not too much of a move on gold. It's kind of trending in or trading in a descending wedge pattern, I guess, or falling wedge pattern, sort of. So we'll have to see which way that breaks. I believe falling wedges usually break up, but I may be mistaken on that too. But like I said, it was basically flat today, not doing a whole heck of a lot. See, I've got this chart here just showing Bitcoin up top and the S&P 500 down below. Just kind of showing a general correlation between the two. They're not perfectly correlated, but generally there is some correlation. You can see back in September when Bitcoin had this big drop, the market was falling here, then stabilized somewhat, which Bitcoin kind of did. Market dropped here through this period here where Bitcoin is actually rising a little. It kind of went up and then down and then sideways. But especially over this period here where Bitcoin's had this nice run higher just over the last 5-6 days. You can see the stock market's kind of been doing the same thing. It's had a nice move higher over that same period. So still a bit of correlation between the two. Like I said, not perfectly correlated, but pretty well. So I just kind of wanted to show that also. I think that's about it. As far as concerns I have, they're basically the same as the last update. Um, got the election coming up in just a few weeks now. That's possible. I mean, it's kind of a big concern that I have. If there's not a clear winner, if it turns into a total mess where it becomes contested or anything like that, that's going to put a lot of uncertainty into the markets, and they don't like that. So if the stock market takes a dive, that could negatively impact Bitcoin's price. Um, like I showed during my last update, I've got this kind of a flow chart thing, I guess you could call it, that I put together with Bitcoin and different outside forces that could have an effect on it continuing its move higher. Um, you've got the COVID thing still going on. That seems like it's going to drag on forever, affecting the economy and uh, ultimately the stock market. It can affect the price of oil as countries are forced to shut down or restrict, you know, travel, things like that. That can affect the amount of oil that's being used, which will negatively affect the price of oil. Um, Possibly could affect Bitcoin, but the stock market would be one of the stronger outside forces that could affect, in my opinion, the price of Bitcoin. I've got the election coming up, which definitely could affect the stock market, and as a result, Bitcoin. There's still a stalemate on the next round of COVID-19 stimulus, the new stimulus package. It kind of became a stalemate, and I believe they're still talking it over, trying to come up with a deal, but it's, in my opinion, would be shocking if they come to any agreement before the election. That's probably going to be something that happens afterwards. Um, and you've got social unrest still out there, which could blow up and affect the stock market, which in turn, like I said, could affect Bitcoin. So this is kind of in there. There's probably more out there, but this is kind of just stuff I was thinking of that could negatively interfere with Bitcoin's continue higher over the short to medium term. But I guess that's about all I can think of for this update. Just like I said, I just wanted to kind of do a quick one. You can see Bitcoin's back approaching 11,600 again. So that's good to see. Um, so I think that's it. Can't think of anything I'm missing. I'm probably gonna post this update on my YouTube channel and then also on my website here. I've got this market view tab where I post the updates as I do them. And I want to be trying to do at least like one a week, unless there's a significant market move by Bitcoin or the stock market or anything else of significance that could affect Bitcoin. Other than that, I'll just try to at least do one a week and get them on here, and also on my YouTube channel. So I guess that's it. And like I said, unless something real significant happens, probably won't do another one. Maybe toward the end of the week, before the weekend or something. I'll try to do another one and get it out. So hope you're all staying safe, and take care, and I'll see you in the next video.